Just the Luka the dice. Hello everyone, Wargamers. Welcome to another episode of Just the Luka the Dice, 40K edition. I am playing today against John from somewhere in North Carolina. I have already forgotten the name.
Charlotte.
Charlotte, North Carolina, and you flew up to Toronto. How long was that flight?
2 hours.
Oh.
Well, from New York. It was,
okay.
It was two 2-hour flights.
Okay, that's not too bad. So 4 hours in total.
Yeah.
Actually pretty reasonable. A lot of people drive really long periods of time, and I'm like, you know what? I think I would rather just fly. So I think you made the right call. Now, of course, flying is always more expensive, but you know what? You know, time, money, all that stuff, and sometimes planes can be pretty cramped. Or no, driving can be pretty cramped. Anyways, we're playing 40K. I digress. 2,000 points of Eternal War. I haven't actually done Eternal War in a very, very long time, and I am playing Space Wolves, but I'm playing something that I'm not entirely okay with, but I've been wanting to do for so long because we have it. It's beautiful and it's huge, an entire Primaris Space Wolf army. Now, I myself am not a huge fan of Primaris Space Wolves, and I know a lot of people out there are not huge fans of Primaris Space Wolves. So why am I doing this, you ask?
Why?
Oh, well, I don't know. I actually have no idea. I literally have no idea why I'm doing this. We have them. You haven't seen them. Maybe you like them. I know there's a few Primaris Space Wolf players out there because the Primaris are the new thing. If you're new in 8th edition, you're going to be buying Primaris models and not the old stuff. So it makes sense that there would be a lot of Primaris Space Wolf players out there. And John, of course, is playing Tyranids.
Bugs.
Which I haven't fought against in 8th edition since its release. I think the last time I fought against Tyranids was maybe my friend Kenny. And that might not even been on the channel. I think we were just playing the game for fun on a weekend or something. It's been maybe over a year.
Well, there's going to be a lot of them. That's all
Yeah,
you really need to know.
there is a lot of bugs. There is a lot of bugs right there. 2,000 points, Eternal War, Space Wolves Primaris versus Tyranids. Let's get to the game. Well, I also want to note, if you want to come by like John has and played some Warhammer 40K with me here at the MiniWarGaming bunker, go to miniwargaming.com/challenge. And you can talk to Josh. He'll figure all that out for you. Here we have 1,990 points of Space Wolves Primaris. I'm not too familiar with Primaris stuff, so I'm trying to think of where could I have added 10 points. And I'm sure I could have upgraded some of the Stormfrag grenade launchers. I just like them though, so I wanted to keep them. So I didn't really know where I could add points without breaking the WYSIWYG of the WYSIWYG nature of my army. Now, if you are disgusted by my Primaris Space Wolf army, I apologize, but I think it's really well painted. It looks pretty, and these are brand new models. Games Workshop's done a wonderful job on them, so I feel like I'm doing them a disservice by not using them. I know they don't really have a whole lot of synergy when it comes to the Space Wolves. I think the only thing that really does are probably the aggressors, and there's some stratagem synergies, but I really feel like the old Space Wolf models and the unique Space Wolf units have a lot more synergy with the Codex itself. Anyways, 1,990 points, 2 detachments, 1 battalion right there, and we have a Vanguard over there on the right. We're going to open up with this Vanguard because it contains my Warlord, who will be this Primaris Captain in Gravis armor, who gained an additional wound. So he's got 7 wounds now with the release of the Codex. Now, of course, Space Wolves have access to all the new unit rules. They don't have any of the litanies, nor do they have the combat doctrines, which I find funny because I'm like, oh, whatever. It just means I can ally in things in my Space Wolf army, be it assassins or be it Imperial Knights and stuff like that, without having to worry about losing combat doctrines. In this case, though, I really wanted to run an entire Primaris Space Wolf army, and I know I usually bring the Execution Force, but not today. It's all Primaris all day. He is my Warlord. He is going to have Saga of the Bear as a Warlord trait, so he has a 6-up to ignore damage. But if he makes a saving throw, he gives that ability to everyone within 6 inches. I'm going for more of a defensive build, I guess, because Primaris will tend to be more of a shooting-based model list army thing. Nothing really close combat based about them. I mean, they can do okay in close combat, but not as well as the older Marines can when it comes to the Space Wolves. And then we have a Wolfguard Battle Leader, which is the equivalent of a lieutenant. He's going to have the Master Crafted Bolt Rifle. 3 near identical troop choices. They are all chainswords on the sergeants on these intercessors. They all have bolt rifles and auxiliary grenade launchers as well. The only difference is this squad out front is a 10-man squad as opposed to the 2 5-man squads in the back because of points. I would have increased one of them to a 6-man squad, but I didn't have enough points. I only had 10 remaining. 1 squad of 10 Hellblasters, all plasma incinerators. And they are going to most likely be riding in this repulsor. Now this Primaris force we have, every little thing is magnetized. Like to the extreme, like even every one of these like Stormfrag grenade launchers are all magnetized. The guns all come off of every little thing. Like I know who we got these from too, and they did an excellent job. It's the brothers up in Sudbury, Ontario, if you're curious. It's way up north. It's like 6 hours up north from here, so it's getting to the real cold zone. They did a wonderful job on this army. Now, it was like quick airbrush work, but in the end, it looks really good. And it's like non-metallic metals on the guns and everything too, so I'm a huge fan of stuff like that. Now, so many weapon options on this thing. It's pretty much Stormfrag assault launchers everywhere, and then we have the las talon there and the twin las talon there, the two las guns, or las cannons I mean, and then this is the onslaught gatling gun, and on the sides we have more Stormfrag launchers, and then these are the Crackstorm launchers. It's just, this one's as many of the heavy weapons that are like single shot high damage as possible, with the rest are all Stormfrag. And on to the Vanguard. This one will be led by this Rune Priest, who is going to have my relic, the Armor of Russ. His psychic powers will be Living Lightning and Tempest's Wrath. Behind him, we have a Primaris Ancient, who is going to have a bolt rifle. Then we have a Redemptor Dreadnought, who's got the heavy onslaught and the smaller onslaught on his left arm. He's going to have 2 Stormfrags on his chest there, and the Icarus rocket launcher thingy on his head. Now, that one, oddly enough, I don't believe it is magnetized, so that one's kind of stuck on there. I don't even know if he can swap that out, but that's what he's got. And over here we have another repulsor that's going to be carrying 6 aggressors, all with Bolt Storm gauntlets and their assault frag assault launchers. So lots of shots from them. They're actually going to be pretty good in close combat because they all got that extra attack now when they upgraded with the new codex, in addition to 3 wounds apiece instead of just 2 wounds apiece. So we'll see what they can do. They can actually hold their own when it comes to close combat. And for the repulsor itself, we got the heavy onslaught, the normal onslaught, we got twin heavy bolter, we have the stubber like we have on the other one, and then the same is true for all the guns on the sides, as the assault launchers and all that good stuff. Just lots of shots in general. The theme of this whole list is the new Primaris, well, not the Phobos stuff, but all Primaris, all Space Wolf. Let's see what it can do. Not a whole lot of synergy, but I think, well, the new stuff just tends to be a little more reliable too. Here we have the Tyranids by John. Why don't you let the people know what you got?
Alright, so I just brought a battalion detachment, and it's 1,995 points. Up front, we have 3 identical squads of Gene Stealers, all with Rending Claws and Scything Talons, 20-man unit apiece. Here we have a 17-man squad of Gargoyles, base, nothing fancy.
Just cheap, quick.
Yeah, just cheap, quick, deep strike. 2 giant Exocrines, of course they're single-man units. Alright, and those are Tyranid warriors, and they each have Devourers and Scything Talons. Alright, and we have a unit of Hive Guard, each with Impaler Cannons. Alright, and we have the Swarm Lord, who of course has to be my Warlord.
Nice.
He has Catalyst and Onslaught, and he has Alien Cunning as his Warlord trait.
Now, which one is that? Redeploy. That's right. That's kind of clued in now.
Yeah.
Tyrant.
Flyrant, of course, with Chameleonic Mutation. I forgot to mention we're playing Hive Fleet Kraken for everything, because advancing and with 3 dice I feel is really good.
Well, it helps with the Gene Stealers, right?
Yeah, really helps with the Gene Stealers because they can also charge after they advance.
Yeah, and then it's the Swarmer that lets them move twice?
Yes.
That's what it is. Okay.
And his High Mind disciplines are the Horror and Psychic Scream.
Alrighty.
And yeah, that's it for him.
That's it for him.
Alright, here we have a Hive Crone. It's got Drill Cannon, Scything Wings, Stinger Salvo, Tentaclids, and Wicked Spur, so base loadout for it.
I haven't seen a Hive Crone this edition yet.
This will be fun.
Yeah. It's very similar to Helldrake in the way it performs, and I think it's the same role it fills as well.
This is more like a fun list too. So.
Right, yeah, same idea with mine. I'm trying out all the Primaris stuff, see how it goes. This thing moves 30 inches a turn, but it doesn't actually have the flyer rules like Airborne and Supersonic and stuff like that. This is the battlefield John and I are going to be playing on, some sort of dilapidated village, town, part of Imperial City thing that the Tyranids have obviously infested this planet, and the Space Wolves are here to try and fight them back, or at least push into and wipe them off the planet, and then wipe them out in space too, as they're in orbit, probably in conflict as we speak. We have a table war mat, and we have Greenleaf terrain buildings, and Adam at Greenleaf actually painted up these Tyranid-ish terrain features, that we got them from another company a long time ago, and I apologize, I cannot remember where they came from. we're going to be doing an Eternal War mission out of the new chapter brew book. And that's different for me. I usually always do Maelstrom. And every time I do Maelstrom, every time I finish a Maelstrom game, I wonder, well, why didn't I just do Eternal War? I really like the new Eternal War missions. I just haven't done them in probably months. So I apologize for anyone who's been looking for an Eternal War mission. Here you go. Random Eternal War mission is going to be number 4. That is the 4 pillars. Pretty basic. We have 4 objective markers. Bam, 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 bam. All about 15 inches away from the center of the battlefield towards each corner of the battlefield. This game has 4 different objectives as Siphon Power. At the end of every battle round, whoever controls the most objectives gets a victory point. That's it. Whoever controls all objectives, or if someone controls all objectives, it's 3 victory points. No prisoners is another rule. Whoever kills the most gets a victory point at the end of a battle round. And then there's First Strike, Line Breaker, and Slay the Warlord as well, all as secondaries. Now the first 2 you score every battle round, the last ones you only score at the end of the game. We're going to go ahead and randomly, well, both John and I are going to roll off, then we'll randomly determine a deployment map, and then we'll go ahead and pick all that stuff. We're going to roll off now, 3, 2, so I get the honor. Ideally don't want to win that roll off. So I got a 1 for the deployment map, and that means I get to pick a territory. John is forced to pick the other one, but he deploys his whole army first, and he gets to go first unless I seize. Deployment is finished. I got my Space Wolves over here on the left. I chose this side, so that means John deployed his Tyranid forces first over here in that triangle pattern, and I counter-deployed, but I didn't really do it that well. I actually deployed my repulsors a little too close to the exocrines, but that's fine, because I'm going to hope to live. And I don't want to be too passive too, so the problem playing against Kraken Tyranids, especially the Gene Stealer, the triple Gene Stealer units, I've fought against this before, and it pretty much forces you to deploy over here or take the brunt of the assault. Now luckily I have the Armor of Rust, which might help. It might help. We're going to go with the might. And I didn't want to deploy my repulsors too far back. Now if I put them back about like 4 inches, then the exocrines would have had to move to shoot, which would have been ideal, but at the same time they could have just shot at my forward intercessor squads that are going to be scoring the objective. So no matter what, I kind of lose against the exocrines there, and I have to be careful against them. I'm going to hope the dice go in my favor for them. Over here we have all the Tyranids. As you can see, the 1, 2, 3 Gene Stealer squads. Is it a Hive Crone?
Hive Crone.
Hive Crone, Exocrine, Hive Tyrant, and the Tyrant Guard, Swarm Lord with warriors in front of him, and in reserve we have the Gargoyles waiting to show up on turn 2. And for me, double repulsor. That one there has the Hellblasters, this one here has the Aggressors, so the Onslaught Gatling Cannons have the Aggressors, the Las Cannons over there have the Hellblasters. Redemptor way in the back, Intercessors behind all the characters, and the characters are behind the Repulsors. The Repulsors are the most forward, only by an inch or so. I just kind of this whole, if it gets charged, I at least have the Armor of Rust there to protect, and I got the characters that do the most damage up front. Well, I guess they would, but then I can fall back with everything and then still be able to shoot anything that's charged here. The problem is, it's going to be 3 slingshot units of Gene Stealers coming at me, so it's going to be a little rough. I'm going to hope to hold against the first one. Ideally, I'll hold against the first one, and then the next two are going to be a little bit more of a challenge. I have nothing reserved on my end either. And one thing I want to note with the Siphoning Power victory or objective, where whoever controls the most objectives gets a point at the end of every battle round, only troops can score them. Nothing else counts. Repulsor won't count. My characters won't count. Only my intercessors, my 3 squads of intercessors. So that's unfortunate. I forgot that the Eternal War missions kind of skew in certain directions, like things with fly, with the sky, the dropping cargo one and all that. And John here has a bunch of troops. All the Gene Stealers, the Tyranid Warriors, the Gargoyles in reserve.
They're fast attack. They don't count.
Oh, they're fast attack? These guys aren't troops, are they? The
No,
Hive Tyrant card?
no Hive Tyrant.
So it's actually just the Gene Stealer cults and the, the Gene Stealers and the Warriors. Now, to be fair, that's 90 Gene Stealers and 3 Warriors. So
60 Gene Stealers.
Oh, these squads, yeah, that's right, the squads of 20. Not 30. I'm thinking of Hormigons. So the squads of 20 Gene Stealers. Still, gonna be hard to deal with. We are about to start this game, but I might seize the initiative. Don't really want to seize it, but I always like to roll it anyways, because, you know, if the dice giveth, I might as well take what they offer. So I don't seize the initiative. It's going to be turn 1 for the Gene Stealers, or sorry, the Tyranids. There's so many Gene Stealers. I keep thinking it's Gene Stealer called.
There are a lot of Gene Stealers.
I am going to put 2 command points into prepared positions, I guess, to at least give me an additional save against the Exocrine. Not that anything else is really going to be shooting me. I guess they have pretty good range too, the Tyrant Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 command points on that. I'll have cover across the board, and we'll see what happens in turn 1. No surprise for these Gene Stealers opening up with an advance. They're Kraken. They roll 3 dice, taking the highest, I believe.
Yep.
So yeah, expect to almost always get a 6 on them. So they go 14 inches this turn, or this movement. And they get to move again later if the Swarm Lord is so kind. Here they're moving up, running around the building. And they just have to make sure we keep the Swarm Lord within 6 inches so we daisy chain a couple of Gene Stealers back. Does he do in the shooting phase?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
At the start of the shooting phase.
So you might not even have to daisy chain that much because the Swarm Lord himself gets to move too. That's where they end up. Tyrant is going to advance as well, so he's going 3d6. He moves 16 plus 6 for 22 inches. Flying up here just beside the Gene Stealers. Hello! So there, Tyrant Guard are happy where they are, and I think the Exocrines are happy where they are as well.
Yeah.
They're already in range, and if they don't move, they get muy good bonuses there.
Many good things.
Many good for them. They get to shoot twice, and they're +1 to hit, so they have 12 shots hitting on 3s with Strength 7 plasma guns. Hive Crone goes 30 inches, so up, up, up she goes. Boop.
Wings.
Wings. Yeah. Gene Stealers also doing an advance. Another 6. Again, you should always expect 6s on that. If you don't get a 6, it's actually unlucky.
Yeah.
Forward they go 14 inches to try and keep up with that Crone and act as a flanking force. So they end there. And then we have the Warriors, the Swarm Lord, and more Gene Stealers to move still. So who moveth first? Now don't forget we want to have troops on the objectives as well. The Warriors are technically already on them, but the Gene Stealers in the back could swarm them too. Now only one unit can hold an objective, so like those Warriors could hold that one and these Gene Stealers could go hold this one. The Warriors are going to advance to get in shooting range. Did they move 6 base?
Move 6 base. Ouch.
Ouch. They only go 9. Still, it's something. What's the range of their guns? They're Devourers?
18 inches.
Okay, so they might not be in range to shoot. Maybe they are after a 9-inch move.
It's gonna be...
So they will be out of range to move. Or to shoot, but they're still, they're happy where they are. Since they're not in range to shoot, they might as well daisy chain back a little bit to have one model within 3 of the objective. 9-inch movement on the Swarm Lord base. Might as well advance him. He doesn't have any shooting.
Yeah, you're right.
So Swarm Lord's going to go 9 plus 4, 13-inch move. Going to go kind of right up behind the Gene Stealers.
Yeah, he's right up behind them.
Does he? He's got 9 wounds, right? Or is it 8 wounds? Or is he actually over 10?
He has 12.
Okay, so he can get shot. But, I mean, I got more pressing matters.
Yeah, you have a lot.
Gene Stealers here. Last squad advancing. Extra 5. So they're going 13 inches up to this objective over here.
Within 13 inches.
Oh yeah, no problem. So just to make sure you grab both the objectives right away to contest them. Now going second in this battle or in this game is not the worst thing because then at that point I know exactly how many objectives I have to try and take from John or how many units I have to try and kill because you score at the end of every battle round. That's their new home. That will conclude movement, bringing us to the Psyche phase for the Hive Tyrant and the Swarm Lord. We're going to open up with the catalyst on these Gene Stealers that are going to be slung at me first. Who we got with the 7s. So that one I'm going to try and stop. That one I want to stop above and beyond all the other ones. I have one Rune Priest in range. Actually, who was it? The Swarm Lord who did it?
The Swarm Lord.
I'm going to double check, but it looks like eyeballing I'm in range. Yeah. I am in range. I need to roll an 8. Please! Oh, I need to roll a
close
3 or more on this. Because that 5 up to ignore damage, they already have a 5 up invulnerable save. I think... I'm going to command point the 2. Ideally rolling a 3 up here, everyone. Okay, so we stopped the catalyst, but we're down a command point. Which will put me down to 6 because of the prepare positions. Onslaught from the Swarm Lord onto the Hive Tyrant. A 5, is that good?
He needs a 6.
Because Onslaught does fail. So Onslaught, what does it do exactly? It lets you...
It allows me to select 18 inches and they can shoot without suffering any penalties from advancing.
If they have an assault weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, then he's got assault weapons. So.
I think I am going to CP it.
So you want a 3 up on this 2 then?
Yeah.
Perfect. The dice giveth. Alright.
Cool.
And Swarm Lord has 2 powers. What are we opening up with on Swarm Lord?
Smite.
Yeah, Smite's fair. That'll hit my Primaris Marines there. Smite goes off on a 5. Just enough D3 mortal wounds. It does 1 damage. So we have
unfortunate.
1 wounded Primaris Marine, and what's the other power he wants to use?
He is...
We're going to do the Horror onto that Repulsor with the Heavy Onslaught with the Aggressors inside of it.
6.
That's good.
Got it.
So he's got the Horror. He's -1 to hit and -1 leadership on that Repulsor. Or I guess the crew is. Yeah. We're going to start the shooting phase off with the most exciting thing and the most horrifying thing for me is the Exocrines. So they have 6 shots normally. If they don't move, it's doubled. And if they don't move, they get +1 to hit as well. So they're hitting on 3s with 12 shots a model with their living artillery. So we have, we'll fire, do you want to fire this one first?
Yeah, we'll fire that one first into the shooty.
They're in shooting repulsor. All right, so we're hitting on 3s, no re-rolling. Not bad, pretty average. Actually, a little above average there.
Yeah.
And these are strength 7. I'm only toughness 7 because I'm fly.
So force.
Oh, wow. Scratch that. I thought it was toughness 7 and a 3-up. It's, compare it to a Land Raider, it's actually toughness 8 with a 3-up. That's really good. So that will save me quite a bit. So only 2 of those end up going through. But it's got a 3-up armor save instead of a 2-up because it has fly as opposed to the Land Raider. So 2 saving throws at -3. I'm in cover, so I have 5-up. I would still take 4 damage. This Exocrine is going to shoot at that repulsor because of the line of sight in the building in the middle. So same idea over there. I'm in cover. It's 12 shots hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s. 3s to hit, no re-rolling. That was about the same, a little bit worse.
Yeah, that was a lot worse.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, that's one worse. I'll give you that. That's right. It was like twice as worse. 5s to wound. Again,
Right.
getting 2 in the end. So I have 5-up saves, 4 more damage. So they both take 4 damage. I think they're both down to 12. Now we're going to fire the big nasty guns on the Tyrant Guard into the Onslaught Gatling Repulsor. These are 3s to hit?
3. Oh, wow.
Oh,
okay.
Oh no. Thank you, Takagat Dice. You're kind. Strength 8 though, so we have 1 wounding hit. What is the armor penetration?
2.
Okay, so I go to a 4-up armor save. And lo and behold, the cover did nothing for me at all so
And
far.
it's D3 damage.
So I'm down to, take 3 more, so I'm down to 9. So 12 down to 9 from the previous hit, so we are getting pretty close to bracket. I think 1 more wound and I'm bracketed. Now we have the Hive Tyrant trying to eke off that last wound on the repulsor. 6 shots per gun, he's got 2 of them, right?
Yep.
So 12 shots hitting on 3s? So but you have Onslaught off, so you ignore them advancing and firing.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So lots of 1s and 2s though.
Yeah, that helped a little bit.
Now, does any of your HQs give a reroll, or is that the Warrior Prime guy that does that only? Or does he even do that? So no rerolling. 5s to wound. Not bad. 3 wounds.
3.
Any armor penetration?
There is no armor penetration.
So I got 2-ups here.
Oh, just enough.
Okay, so he's already negative. I'm going to command point that just to save. The Gene Stealers can make their way in there.
Yeah.
Oh, and these are -2 to their they're going to get jumped up right now. Oh, do I care? Yeah, I guess I don't really care about that because the Gene Stealers could eke off some damage on them too. They could actually do a lot of damage to him. So 8. That means there might be more Gene Stealers attacking it than I... Because they're wounding it on 6s, but they have Rending Claws though, so it's -4. Thinking. No, I'm going to save my command points.
Okay.
And then in the shooting phase, the Stormlord tells them to move, and they're going to advance as part of that move. And they can advance and charge as Gene Stealers, so they move.
Just want to make sure I still roll 3.
3 dice advance on them. They go an extra 5.
I really wanted to 5, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. They go 13 inches, which is more than enough to get them in scary range. That's where they end up after their move. Crone is going to fire everything it can into this repulsor with 12 remaining wounds. Stinger Salvo up first. Force to hit is Tyranid after all.
Yeah.
Strength was 5.
Yeah, so.
1 wounding hit. What's the AP?
It is -1.
Alright, so I would ignore that with cover. So I just 3-up save, which I make.
Okay.
Now, what gun are we firing now?
This is the Tentaclids.
This is the old Haywire weapon from back in... Oh my!
All right.
That's not good.
Alright, so 4s deal an mortal wound, and 6s are D3.
And what's the strength normally?
5.
So 5s to wound, but 4-ups are good. So we have 2 mortal wounds and 2 wounding hits. What's the AP on this?
That one is no AP.
Okay, so 2-ups, we're good. So I still take 2 more wounds though. 2 more wounds on him puts him down to 10. And that will end the shooting phase, brings us to the charge phase where we only have 1 charge. The Gene Stealers are going to attempt to charge now. How many targets would you like to declare? So if you want to attack the characters, I'd recommend targeting them just because they get to heroically intervene 6 inches. Otherwise,
I mean, it makes sense to me since they're going to be able to
it's
go
just
in anyway.
Little more Overwatch is all, but it's not a lot of shots from them.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So I assume those 3. Now what else are we targeting?
And the shooty tank.
Oh yes, this repulsor here. Now what about those Primaris intercessors?
Sure, why not?
Right.
I'll try to attack with everything.
All right, that's fair. So they will all Overwatch. Then I'll do the characters first, the intercessors, and then the repulsor. Boltstorm Gauntlet from the Wolflord in Gravis armor. Reroll the 1s because he's a Wolflord. We have no hits. Mastercrafted Bolt Rifle from the Lieutenant or the Battle Leader. We have a hit, strength 4, so 4 to wound. We have a wounding hit, a 5-up invulnerable save because they like to dance. It kills 1 Gene Stealer.
Goodbye, friend.
The Rune Priest will throw a frag grenade. It's going to be 5 shots. 6s to hit. Reroll this 1. Nope. And then the intercessors. I'm going to have 4 of them fire their bolt rifles. 1 of them is going to throw a frag grenade. So the frag grenade is going to have 6 shots. That's gonna be 6 to hit. Reroll once for being. Actually, no, they're too far away from the Wolf Lord. And a 5 to wound. Nothing. 4 guys shooting bolt rifles, rapid firing. Let's roll this twice. So we got 1 hit, wounding on a 4. We have a wounding hit, a 5-up invulnerable save on a Gene Stealer, which kills 1 more. And then the Repulsor overwatching with everything as well. Open it with the Twin Heavy Bolter on 6s. Ooh, reroll the 1. 3s to wound. 3 wounding hits, which are just 5-up invulnerable saves. Oh no.
Ouch.
3 Chief Stealers get gunned down. Boop boop. The 2 Onslaught guns pair together on 6s. Reroll that. Reroll this 1 here for the Wolf Lord nearby. We only have 4 hits. These are just heavy bolters with more shots. 2 more wounding hits, which are invulnerable saves. 2 more Gene Stealers go down. So you have yet to make 1 dancing save.
Jeez.
I'm trying to get them down below 10, obviously. The Iron Hail Heavy Stubber. This thing's got way too many guns. It's like a ridiculous amount of guns. 2 Crack Storms. Both miss. And then I got 3 Frag Storms, which are D6 shots each. So we have 8, 9 shots. So 3, 6, 9. 6 to hit. Reroll the 1. We got 4 hits that are strength 4. So 4s to wound. 2 wounding hits, which are just 5-up saves, armor or invuln. We saved 1 this time.
Hey!
1 more Gene Stealer dice to the. How many did I kill in Overwatch?
8.
I killed 8 in Overwatch. My goodness. I have now fired everything on that. So yeah, I got, just to remind myself, 3 Frag Storm here, 2 Crack Storm. Ooh, I might have forgot those. I gotta remember what those are. Those aren't the auto launchers. Those are the other thing it can be. So there's 2 more Frag Storms because I swapped out the auto launchers for Frag Storms. So 8 more shots. So it's got 5 in total, which is, again, ridiculous. Reroll the 1. It's like, hit 1, I wound 1. Maybe you'll make another 5 up. It kills 1 more. Alright, so I got them down to 11. Now I've fired everything. So I fired all those, the 2 Crack Storms right there, the Iron Hail, the 2 Onslaughts, and the Twin Heavy Bolter. Okay, charge distance. Welcome into the fight. So they have finished their charge. Obviously, I'm not going to heroically intervene because I'm already in combat with everyone. And that being the only charge, we start off the fight phase. And I have the Armor of Russ. I pick an enemy unit within 1 inch and they fight last. Unless they have an ability that lets them fight first, and they just lose, they counteract each other and they fight normally, starting with you, of course. And it was addressed in an FAQ that if what about a unit that charges? Do they fight normally without the charge ability, or they still fight last? Yes, they still fight last. They have to have an ability built in, something like the Emperor's Children, or I can't remember what else. Something else always fights for. Yeah, how like Howling Banshees and stuff like that. Now, I expected the Relic to help out a lot. I didn't expect to kill 9 in Overwatch with the Repulsor. So that might be a little overkill. This actually might be kind of sad for the Gene Stealers. And counteroffensive won't work either, just because you have to use it after a unit that charged fights. So I guess I get to go with all of this before they get to go. Now I'm bracketed with the Repulsor. I'll attack with him first. Maybe he can take more Gene Stealer lives. D6 attacks with the Repulsor. 1 attack, it misses. Now the Intercessors all pile in to fight. That guy piles in just to get within an inch of that guy. So they're all going to go ahead and attack. And because they were charged with the new Shock Assault rule, they get +1 attack. But they're only strength 4 with no special weapons. The Sergeant has a chainsword, and that's about it. These are all the Intercessor attacks. They hit on 2s because they're Space Wolves. They're unfortunately not near the Captain, though, or the Wolf Lord. So that's all they got there. 4s to wound, no rerolling either. So it's going to be 5 wounding hits, which you have dancing saves against. Dance, 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 dance.
I want to dance.
Oh, jeez. Wow. So 5 more die. 5 more Gene Stealers go down. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because that pulls him out of combat. He can't fight then.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with the Gravis Captain attacking them. Wolf Lord and Gravis Armor is going to attack with his Boltstorm Gauntlet because I just don't see a reason to go with the Power Sword. Now, it's like wounding on 2s, hitting on 3s, but I get to reroll 1s to hit. And I get to reroll 1s to wound. I guess it doesn't really matter either way. You know what? We'll go with his Mastercrafted Power Sword because you never get to see it. Mastercrafted Power Sword on 2s. They all hit. Oh, I should have done the Gauntlet. 3s to wound, rerolling 1s because I got the Battle Leader nearby. Okay, it didn't really matter in the end then. So it's 5 dancing saves. Hey, you dance!
I made 2. Yay!
3 go down. So 3 more of them go down. That means my Rune Priest can't attack either. So there's 3 of them left to fight with. Huzzah!
What that's hitting the Primaris is going to use Scything Talons.
So Scything Talons on the Primaris, 2 Rending Claw attacks into the Repulsor. I forgot to mention, you charge the Repulsor as -2 to the charge, but you rolled more than enough to get in. That's why I didn't mention it on camera earlier. It's kind of clued in now, though. 3 Scything Talon attacks into the Intercessor. Reroll 1 because it's a Scything Talon. Okay, nope. 2 hits, wounding on 4s.
I believe so. Well,
yeah, they should be strength. Yeah, they're wounding either way there. No AP, so I got 3 up saves. you kill the one guy you smote earlier.
All right.
Which will be that guy there. So he is the dead. 6 rending claw attacks. Hitting on 3s?
Yep.
It should be 3s, and then 6 is to wound because strength 4.
Yep.
But it's also AP minus 4.
Minus 4.
So that's 1 wound.
Cool.
Cover won't help against that, obviously, so I'm down to 7. And that's pretty much all she wrote for close combat. Now, what's the synapse? Is the 12-inch synapse range?
Yeah, I believe his is 12 inches.
No, it's 18 inches on the Hive Tyrant. So they are in synapse range, which means they're fearless. Or they don't have to take the morale check, which is huge, because that saves you 2 command points, and I would have got first strike on your turn, I guess. I still have a chance to get first strike, I suppose. But they do have to spend 2 command points, which is what's the most important, and it keeps them stuck in combat. Well, I certainly did not expect to kill that many Gene Stealer cults on your turn. Or not cults, Gene Stealers in that turn. I killed 17. I lost a few attacks over here, but I mean, they weren't going to do as much as the captain was, or the Wolf Lord was going to do. So that'll bring it to Space Wolves turn 1, where this thing's bracketed and has the horror on it, so it's hitting on 5s. That's not great. Poor bracketed repulsor only moves 5 inches after he loses half of his wound, so I can't fall back forward. I have to actually fall back backwards. So I'll go ahead and do that in a minute. Should I do it now? This guy's in the way. This kind of guy's in the way. Move this guy up 5 inches. Battle Leader is gonna go there. Rune Priest is going to Shadow of the Warp. -1 to my casting rolls for my psychic tests. I am currently within 18 inches, so maybe he falls back a little bit. But at the same time, I want that Armor of Rust again in case something charges and I can retaliate. So I think I will go within Shadow of the Warp range. So he'll go up there. Now these intercessors are going to move up the field because I need troops on objectives to try and counteract the 2 you currently have. We kind of contested over here, but I plan on killing them off. If they don't die, then something awful has happened. So they're going to go there. And then I'm going to disembark the Hellblasters from here. And I know it's probably a death sentence for them, but they could take something with them. Or they could at least take something with them. Hellblasters disembark very far forward, very aggressively. And then the Ancient's going to move up as well to go along with the rest of the characters. And then my Repulsor is going to move to about here, which will be about there. We've got 10 moves left. I'm going to try my best not to block there, shooting there. And then, see, I don't want to move them because they're in a keen position to already rapid fire. But the problem is I've kind of locked my own Redemptor in. So I gotta look at his ranges and figure out if I want to move them or not. They moved up their 6 inches just so they get near all the HQ supports and gives him room to get out of here. So he's gonna move to about there, getting him in range of both the Wolf Guard Battle Leader and the Wolf Cap, or the Wolf Lord in Gravis armor. And that should be it for that movement. This thing here is gonna fall back. It only moves 5 inches, so it's just gonna move to there. Get out of combat. It's got fly, and I'm not disembarking anything from it either. Don't really have a whole lot of room to disembark the stuff. I want to hold them off because I don't want them dying. They're going to be my, like, the Hellblasters come out, and then they're going to do something. They're going to be the next threat, and then when they're dead, I'll have the aggressors in here that can come out and be a threat as well. Onto the Psychic phase, we're going to open up with the Rune Priest. He is going to cast Living Lightning, which will be hitting those Gene Stealers there, trying to kill them off. If I can kill them off, then they're free to shoot. So Living Lightning with a -1, so I roll a 7. You might as well deny, you can deny 2. So you need an 8.
Nope.
Nope. You could reroll into a 6 to stop it, but I don't know if that's...
The odds of that, so low.
D3 mortal wounds, it kills off the Gene Stealers. And it would arc to the nearest enemy unit with 3 or 6 inches, but there's no enemy units, and there's no enemy units nearby them. I'm going to go with Tempest Wrath. It's probably going to be the Swarm Lord, but it might be the Gene Stealers as well. I think the Gene Stealers overall can do more damage. This goes off on a 6, but I'm -1 to roll my roll right now. So I got just a 5. Yeah, I'm not going to reroll it with command points, so you need a 6 to stop it. That's my only power, so you might as well.
Wait,
gosh, I succeeded on a 6, but it becomes a 5, so I will command point that. So that's actually a 2, so I need a 4 or more. I got a 5. So that becomes a 7, and you need an 8 to stop it. Oh, you do with an 11. Okay, so I use a command point to no effect. So the Psychic phase is done. Onto the Shooting phase. It's most important for me to kill him because that kills off a couple Psychic powers. It doesn't kill off the Catalyst though, which is annoying. But he's out in the open, so I might as well try to take him out if I can. So all the Hellblasters are going to fire into him, and they're going to use Keen Senses, which ignore all modifiers to shooting, and they're going to supercharge. Rapid firing, these 6 here out front are in range, and the 4 in the back are not. So I'll do the 4 in the back, but they're supercharged. None of them are the sergeant, so it doesn't really matter if the sergeant's actually out front. That guy's just a stand-in with no helmet. 3's to hit, so the 4 in the back all hit. And then starting with the sergeant, the guy's out front. Hit 2 of them. Next one, 2 more hits. 4 more to do, the last one will be the sergeant. Reroll those. Also, 1 guy hits and dies. That's sad. And then 2 more guys, 2 more hits. 2 more hits. And the little sergeant, ooh, he's fine. Oh. He hits as well. He dies after he fires his weapon, so he at least had 1 hit with it. You are T7, if I recall, or at least T6. I'm strength 8, so 3's to wound. Rerolling 1s. It doesn't actually help the rerolling 1s. This many 4-up invulnerable saves. He takes, here he's dead. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 damage. He gets shot out of the sky. Whoa.
Sad panda.
First strike! And then my guy dies, which was one of the random 5 near my sergeant. So on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that guy dies. So 4, 1, 2. So this guy actually died to the overheat. But he's near the ancient, so on a 4 or more, he shoots. He does not. And the death throws wouldn't have done anything from him dying because nothing was within 6 of him. He's just kind of on his own. This Redemptor is going to fire next, mostly because he doesn't have a lot of good things in range. He's going to fire everything that is in range to those Tyranid warriors right there. He'll do the Icarus rocket pod first, D3 shots. It's -2 to hit because you don't fly. I guess I should have shot that at the crone. Yeah, whatever. Into the warriors it is. 5's to hit. Reroll the 1 for being near the Wolf Lord. No. These are all heavy bolter shots, so 4's to hit. Rerolling 1s because he doesn't ignore moving, firing heavy stuff, which is funny, but you know, it is what it is. Well, you know what? I guess it's not that funny. He's just the walker. Now, see, last edition, the walkers were all relentless, so they didn't really care. So it was me kind of complaining a little bit. Oh, thank you. 3's to wound because you're only T4. You got no 1s to reroll, so that many saves at -1. So they just have
5 ups.
5 ups, and that's all his shots. He's done after this. I do 3 damage plus 1. So I think I kill 1 and wound 1.
Yep.
I kill 1 Tyranid warrior.
He has 1 wound on him.
Intercessors over here are within 30 inches to fire, but only 1 shot each. I'll shoot an auxiliary grenade launcher from the sergeant, though. We'll do that. We'll do that last. Oh, no, we'll do it now. 1 shot. We hit. 3 to wound. Oh, womp womp.
All the build-up for nothing.
We hit with the bolt rifles, and we wound twice with AP 1, so you have 5 up saves. I do 0 damage. Right. There's the 5 ups. These intercessors here are just gonna. They didn't move, so they get to rapid fire because of bolter discipline. I'll fire them last because I want to put shots into them, but I want to kill them off too. Because if I kill them off, that's 1 less troop choice we have on an objective. So I think I'm gonna go with Repulsor is gonna fire everything it can. This one that's the horde and pretty bracketed into the swarm lord there, just to try and take them out a little bit. These are the only thing really in 24-inch range. They're a little too far away. I can fire the heavy gun onslaught Gatling cannon into them, which I honestly really should, but I have more firepower that can go into them through this guy. Okay, you know what? We're gonna fire this thing first. Sorry, I'm jumping around. I'm trying to figure out the most efficient way to use these guys. I'm not used to the Primaris stuff. He's gonna fire all of his little guns, so the frag assault launchers, or the frag storm launchers, the crack assault launchers, and the onslaught Gatling gun into them. And we're gonna fire, I guess, the las weapon, the las cannons into. I want to say the swarm lord, just because I can kind of see him. I think actually no, I can't see him. We're gonna fire the las cannons into him. He's got a 4-up invuln, but if I could take him out, then that's a major threat gun. But 3 shots probably aren't gonna do it. But everything else from it into the warriors. 6 shots with the onslaught. Hitting on 3s because it ignores moving, firing heavy. The Wolf Lord is within 6, but the Wolf Guard Battle Leader is not. So these wound on 3s. We have 4 wounding hits at -1 on the warriors.
5 up.
5 up saves on them. Hey, nice. Only 2 damage.
Okay.
I think
one's dead. Yeah.
Kills the 1 and there's 1 left.
Yeah.
And then I got the 2 Crackstorm, which I'll fire. Pew pew. Both miss. Nice. 5d6 strength 4 shots with the rest. And then the stubber as well. We'll do the. You know what? I should probably do these first. So 6, 9, 12, 18 shots. Too many shots. 3s to hit. Reroll the 1. 4s to wound and no rerolling here because of range. And that many 4 up. Yeah, 4 up armor saves. He's got 3 wounds left. He dies. He gets shot down.
Just barely.
Yeah. And then I have the rest of the shots are wasted, well, the stubber's wasted, and then we have the 2 heavier weapons into the Swarmlord that we can see through the bottom level of the runes there. Whoops! Easy fixing though. Haven't fired them yet, so it's not a big deal. I actually didn't pay for the Twin Las Cannon and the Las Talon. I paid for the base Heavy Onslaught and the Twin Heavy Bolter, so I'll fire those into him instead. And that actually puts me at 1990. Because I thought I paid for them, but it actually puts me at 2025. Not a huge deal, but you know what? I didn't fire them yet, so I might as well make the correction now. The Twin Heavy Bolter, they're all the same profile, so I might as well fire them at the same time. Twin Heavy Bolter has 6 shots, and the big gun up top has 12 shots, so it's going to be 18 shots in total. 3s to hit, reroll 1s, though I assume he is going to be T6, or 7-ish even.
7.
So these are 5s to wound, and no rerolling, and these are just AP1, so I assume he has a 3-up armor save?
He has a
4-up. 4-up save after the AP then, so he takes 1 damage. And then everything from this repulsor, which got the exact same loadout now, into him as well. Everything that's within 24 inches though, which is pretty much all the weapons. So we'll start with the stubber, hitting on 5s, and we wound at -1, so another 4-up. You're good. 18 shots from the Twin Heavy Bolters and the Heavy Onslaught, rerolling these 1s. So we're hitting on 5s because of the Horror and because bracketed. Horror came through pretty big there because that was like 7 or 8 misses I just got. 5s to wound, so 3 more wounding hits with 4-ups. Oh, ugh. 3 damage! Taking 4 in total. 2 crack storms on 5s, reroll the 1. And strength 6, so 5 to wound, rerolling 1s, nope. And then 5 d6 shots, and that is it for that repulsor as well. So it's going to be 10, 15, 19. So all these stupid vehicles do is just roll tons of dice. 5s to hit, reroll these 1s, 2 more hits. 5s to wound, rerolling 1s. And we got 3 wounding hits, no AP. So 3-up armor saves. You... Ha! My goodness!
Jeez!
So he's taking 6 damage. He got half health there. And it's going to fire a Mastercrafted Bolt Rifle, 1 shot. Hits, does not wound. Sorry, Wolfguard Battle Leader. The last thing I have to fire are these 10 Intercessors in the back. They don't have good line of sight on the Tyrant because of the corners and everything. So I'm just going to fire 10 shots into the Crone. And I'll fire 1 grenade launcher as well. Hits! 4 to wound, T6. Well, we fail. And then 9 shots with the Bolt Rifles. Just because they're not rapid firing. And they moved, so they lose their Bolter Discipline. They are near the Wolf Lord, though. Helps there. 5s to wound, rerolling any 1s. We got a grand total of 1 wounding hit with an AP of 1.
Alright, so he has...
Fear my bolt rounds.
5 up.
We do 1 damage, everyone. 1 entire damage. So 1 damage to him, 6 damage to the Hive Lord. Sorry, Swarm Lord. 6 wounds left on the Swarm Lord. That's my turn. I got no charging to do. Kind of content where I am. I'm in a pretty happy position. Except I actually got a little too... I don't like where I put them. I meant to put them more over here, but the problem is I also wanted to rapid fire into the Tyrant. So kind of a little give, little take. Because I need him within 1 inch of whatever charges them to make them fight last. But that actually is not going to work for me this time. That'll be the end of my turn. That's the end of the battle round. For scoring, I killed more. For no prisoners.
100%.
Yeah. Because unfortunately, the Tyranids weren't able to kill off. Well, he got them down to 7, got them down to 4 models. So I get first strike on my turn. I killed more for no prisoners, and I hold more objectives because I got 1, 2 objectives, and you only have the 1.
That is correct.
So I was able to kill the warriors off. So that's going to be a grand total of 3 victory points with first strike for the Space Wolves. Before we proceed with the game, I made an error on this vehicle here. I shot its Fragstorm launchers and the Crackstorm launchers into him. It's actually only 18 inch range, so my range is actually only right there. So I did 2 damage with the Fragstorm launchers somehow, but he actually doesn't take that damage. That's the only thing I have to fix on that. Don't know why, I apologize. I thought that he was within 18, even though I even said everything within 24, so I rolled everything. I rolled the things that were in 24, and then I just kept rolling with the 18-inch ones. So big cheat there, but I recalled it, and no, he's good there. That one was within 18 when I shot it, though. So we can go ahead and start your turn. Now, he's much healthier than he originally was.
He is no longer bracketed.
That's most important.
Yes.
Okay, so where do you want to start moving? Because we got more slingshots coming right at me, I suspect.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of running. He's going to advance.
Advance in. He goes initial 6, and he goes 9 base or something like that? 8 or 9 base?
Yeah.
So he's going to go about 8 or 9 that way. And then he gets to go an additional 6 this way. Huzzah! Right up to the Hellblasters. Heyo!
Hello, friends.
And he's got 8 wounds remaining on him. Gene Stealers are advancing. So they're going to be more aggressive and abandon the objective.
Yep.
So they get to go right behind him. Boop, boop, boop. Can he advance and charge?
I don't think so, but it's more so to get him
Forward.
yeah, with the Gene
And then
Stealers.
they will move again and then charge.
Yep.
So we're going to just take that advance back on him. So he just goes back 6 inches to that corner there, and he can do about a 9 or 10 inch charge. And that way he's just not out in the open getting shot by everything in case these Gene Stealers or something bad happens to these Gene Stealers again. So
Like
these ones these ones are much safer though, because I messed up on the placement of my Armor of Rust. And now these Gene Stealers advance 4 extra inches. Go 12. Forward they go in front of the Hive Crone, but the Crone will just fly over them. We're going to move the Hive Crone first. Makes more sense. That way the Gene Stealers don't have to leave this weird bubble over there. So the Hive Crone's going to fly 30 over there, and then the Gene Stealers advance. They move there. The Exocrines and the Tyrant Guards stay still, of course, and we're going to be deep striking some gargoyles. Little flappy gargoyles!
The flappy flaps are here.
All showing up, boom, 9 inches in my back lines, acting as interference. And then I believe it is time for some psychic powers. Whoa, bam! This guy here.
Yep, he's gonna Catalyst.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Catalyst. Oh! It goes off on a 7.
off on a 6.
We are not in range for the Psychic Hood. We're off by about 3 inches or so. So I need an 8 to stop this. Oh, I would need a 6 otherwise.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not worth the command point. That is definitely not worth the command point. If it was a 4, even if it was a 5 up, I would have gone for it. But not a 6. So that is all yours, and that's my only deny as well.
Okay.
What second power are we feeling?
I think he is going to Smite.
Smite! He'll be hitting Hellblasters for sure. So Smite not a 5. We got a Smite. D3 mortal wounds to Hellblasters. Well, bam, 2. It kills the Hellblaster off. We're gonna kill off this Hellblaster, and on a 4 up it shoots. It does. So in his rage, he's gonna supercharge into the Swarm Lord who killed him right back. So we're in rapid fire range. We're hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1. So 2 wounding hits, 2 4 up invulns. That's 4.
Wow.
That's 4 damage.
Jeez.
He's got 4 wounds left.
I'm just gonna put it.
For 1 Hellblaster. I just realized this is a random 17 unit of gargoyles. I thought there were like 3 squads of 5. Or I guess they're minimum 10, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 17-man squad, all firing into the intercessors because they're not in synapse range. They don't have to shoot at the intercessors, but they get -1 if they don't. So we're just gonna make them as efficient as they can be.
Which still is not very efficient, but
Force to hit. Huzzah.
Wow, very not efficient.
That was not ideal. Force to wound. 1 shot at strength 4.
Okay.
3 wounding hits. I just have an armor. Oh, you killed 1!
Wow.
Nice.
Go guard.
We are too far away from the Ancient, so 1 of them just dies. The Exocrine over here has line of sight onto the Hellblaster, so we're gonna light him up. Now, if they die and I roll a bunch of 4-ups, they could shoot at the Swarm Lord and take him out, assuming all the rolls go really well. But, I mean, they have to die at some point. You can't just let them freely shoot every turn.
Yeah. So
12 shots on 3s because he didn't move. That's a good roll. This is probably the end of the Hellblaster. So 3s to wound. We got 3 wounding or 3 failed hits, and these are -3 AP, if I recall.
Yep.
So 6 up armor save. We saved 2 of them.
Oh, they're 2 damage apiece.
Yeah, that does kill 4 Hellblasters off. We're gonna kill 1. That's a sergeant, so probably not him. 2, 3, 4, because I think they're all in rapid fire range anyways. Those are all in rapid fire. So you die, you're gonna die, and so will you. And on 4-ups, they get to shoot with that Ancient nearby.
Are you serious?
Oh my goodness! Why? They're all gonna supercharge into the Swarm Lord. No, blessed.
Oh my gosh.
Eat blessed plasma. 3s to hit, reroll nothing, and 3s to wound, rerolling 1s. Oh, a couple 2s in there. Okay, only 4 wounding hits. 4 up saves, 2 damage a shot. Does he die? No, he's got 2 wounds left. Hey, you better watch out. You better. Well, I guess you know what. You can still charge. It's still a pretty easy charge for him to get in.
Yeah.
And I have what 3? I got 4 Hellblasters left. That's actually at the end of the phase, and it's only infantry, so it's probably going to be most effective on them. Yeah. Single-minded annihilation. Exocrine number 2, firing into Repulsor with 10 remaining wounds. That has currently nothing inside of it. I know. It is a lot. I don't blame you for wanting to kill it. These are 3s to hit, plus line of sight restrictions and stuff like that as well. So 5s to wound at toughness 8. Yeah, only 2.
Yeah, -3.
I make 0, so 4 damage. Down to 6, so definitely bracketed. Alright, Tyrant Guard. Firing down the table at my other repulsor with the aggressors. If you destroy the repulsor, you could very likely kill the aggressors inside of it. Ooh, that's something that's scary to think about, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have got them out. So are they firing everything into him then?
Yeah.
So
Skill 3.
3's to hit, no re-rolling. Strength 8 though, so force to wound. And the AP was...
AP on this one is 2.
So 5 up armor saves. Oh, fail 1, make 1.
D3.
I take 2 damage. Alright, Hive Crone is up next. Last thing to shoot before we fire again with the Hive Guard at the end of the phase. Yep. What are the targets?
So the Drool Cannon is going to go in there, as will the Stinger Salvo.
Okay.
And then the Tentaclids will go into the tank.
That repulsor there, gotcha.
Cannon is Assault D6.
These automatically hit,
Yep.
I assume.
2, 3, 4, 5.
What is the strength in AP?
Yeah, weapon automatically hits, strength 6, AP -1.
Okay. Strength 5, strength 6 heavy flamer. 3's to wound. Nice. AP 1 puts me at a 4 up armor save. That's gonna kill one of them off. Kill off this one here. The Stinger Salvo hits on 4s now, because it's shooting at the nearest without the synapse nearby. And 1 wounding hit, AP... I can't remember if there was an AP. I got a 3 though.
Yeah. 1.
That's 1 damage on that one there, and then the Tentaclids have 4 shots into that repulsor there, hitting on 5s because it's not the nearest. 1 hit, a 4 or more does a more wound, but you need 5s to wound. So nothing. 2 command points for single-minded annihilation. This infantry squad is going to fire again, but what are they firing at? They don't need line of sight to fire.
They do not. So we're going to hit that guy.
So he's a character, he still can't get shot at.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah, so we'll just try and take out the rest of the
It's
blasters.
risky.
It is risky, but
It's risky. 3's to hit. Or 4, yeah, even 4's there are good on that.
the rewards are there though.
2's to wound.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have 4 left. Did you want to command point one of those, or well, in the end it won't kill them off, but it might force a morale check. But they're near their banner, so they get morale bonuses near the banner. So we're gonna CP that just a 2 to wound. So it does. You're down to 4 command points. These are -2, so I have 5 up saves. I fail 2, make 1. So 1 at a time, D3 damage. The first one, the second one, it doesn't kill him, so the second one kills him.
Yeah.
So it kills. Well, it's just 1 damage twice.
Wow.
On a 4 or more, he shoots.
Okay, finally. Your luck with that has been crazy.
I know, but I think I want to command. Oh, when does he do the slingshot? Is that the end of the shooting phase? Or is it whenever you want the shooting phase?
And
I'm gonna command point this. It's probably worth it. It does not work. Okay, there you go. So I'm down another command point, and we'll say this guy dies.
not charging. Slingshot.
Slingshot them, yeah. So even if I did kill him there, I was gonna go ahead and say you could still slingshot them because he can do that first. So they're advancing 12 inches. Right? Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
So that's where they end up after moving again in the shooting phase because of the Swarm Lord. That's it for shooting. Right on to charging. So I was able to leave it open for my Rune Priest to heroically intervene in, and then because he's got a 6-inch heroic intervention, so it's hard to avoid that. And do an Armor of Rust, but I don't have nearly as much Overwatch based on whatever you charge naturally. So what is the plan? Where are we charging first? I can only tell 1 unit to fight last as well. I can't do more than 1.
So the Gene Stealers are going to charge the Hellblasters and the 3 characters here.
Yeah, because they're going to heroically intervene anyways. We're avoiding the tanks.
For now.
Fair.
For
okay.
now.
So just Overwatch on my characters then.
Yeah.
I'm going to supercharge all the plasma. The sergeant first. Reroll the 1. He misses. The guy nearest him, both miss. And the last guy, gets a hit and still misses with the reroll. So 2 to wound, and they have a dancing save.
Dancing save.
So it's 2 damage. They have catalyst up from, which is unfortunate for me. So 5s to ignore damage.
I have to hit 2 5s here?
Yeah. So I kill 1 Gene Stealer.
Okay.
The Bullstorm Gauntlet, 6s to hit. We have a hit and a 4 to wound. Nada.
Okay.
And then we've got the Mastercrafted Bolt Rifle, which rerolls the 1 to hit. Hits. It wounds. You get a dancing save. And this is 2 damage as well afterwards. Oh, you dance. We'll throw a frag grenade from the Priest. 1 shot. 1 hit. No wound. It's only strength 3. That's it for my Overwatch. So they get to charge 2d6. They're going to go 7 inches. Definitely in combat, but we'll see where they end up. That's where they all end up after charging and locking in the people they said they were going to charge.
This is the Intercessors.
Yeah, Hive Crone's going to charge just my Intercessors. I'll shoot 1 crack grenade. Oh, I hit. I don't wound though. And then 4 shots with the bolt rifles from the other 2. For the 4th shot, I've got 1 hit. And a wound at -1. So I think he's got a 5 up. Oh, she might have a 3 up. There's 1 more damage on the Crone. Rolls a 2. Yeah, I don't even think you can fail this charge, but roll to see how far you go. Regardless, getting a 6. Ending there, more than an inch away from the other threats. And then do the gargoyles want to charge? I don't know.
Why not?
Sure, alright. They need a 9. They get a 7.
No.
And these Gene Stealers are charging my Repulsor. I get to fun Overwatch time. Here we go. Twin Heavy Bolters and the Onslaught on 6s. We are within 6 of the Wolf Lord, I think. He was within 6 of the Wolf Lord, but not of the Battle Leader. So we roll the 1s for the Wolf Lord. Does not help. Right. And then these are 3s to wound. 1 wounding hit. Dancing save. Nope. The 1 does not dance. Boom. 2 Crack Storms. Both miss. And 5d6 from the Frag Storm. So it's going to be 12, 14, 17, 21 shots. I'm going to add in 3 from the Stubber as well because the AP doesn't matter. 6s to hit. Rerolling 1s. Rerolling. Nothing more.
Okay.
Oh, 4s to wound. Thank you. We got 4 wounding hits, 5 up saves.
Alright, dancing. Dance! No.
I don't kill enough to really make a difference in the attack still, but you know, killing off a few Gene Stealers here and there, it helps. It feels nice. Charging!
No.
Oh wow, they actually failed.
Wow.
I guess it is kind of a hard charge. It's probably 8 or 9.
It was 8 inches, so
Okay.
it's not even worth it to spend the CP on it.
Fair. Oh yeah, you need a 6. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. I see that issue.
Man, charging.
So that'll be for charging. At the end, I get to heroically intervene. So I guess you'll just go there. You're gonna. Sure, whatever. Let's get you in there. Boom. You get to go in as well, and then you. I guess you could have gone in if I made more room for you, but I'm not too worried about you getting in. And at the start of the fight phase, the Armor of Rust, he tells them to fight last. Well, they fight after all other eligible units have fought, unless they have an ability that lets them fight first. So yeah, you get to fight first with the Chrome, though. 3 attacks hitting on 4s. I only got 3 guys left.
Rerolling 1s didn't matter.
Yeah, just the 1 hit. Strength 6, so that's a wound. AP was?
AP was -2.
I make my save. Okay. Nice.
Alright.
Good job, Crone. Now I get to fight with the rest of this stuff, because again, counteroffensive only works when after an enemy unit that charged has fought. So we'll start with my Battle Leader, and then we'll work our way around. Battle Leader's got 5 attacks because he was charged. They all hit, and wounding on 4s. Alright, we got 2 wounding hits, dancing saves.
I like to dance. A little bit.
But you get a 5 up to ignore damage because of Catalyst.
Oh.
1 does die. So like the 5 up rerollable there is almost as good as the 3 up invulnerable save. And in most cases, unless there's a more than 1 damage weapon. But Catalyst is very powerful on the Gene Stealers. Now I'll go with the... Oh, yeah, I'll go with my Gravis Captain. And I'm actually going to do the sword, because it's a little more efficient in this case, because it's always flat 2 damage instead of the unpredictable D3 on the fist. So he's going to have a total of 6 attacks because he was charged. Sword attacking, master crafted power sword. Bet you never thought I'd use this so much. I hit on 1s technically, but 1s always fail. So they all hit, and these are 3s to wound, rerolling 1s. Oh no, the 2s! I don't want to see 2.
I like the... Oh.
So 3 dancing saves.
Dancing saves.
So essentially the best way to do that is roll those 3, and then if you get any 5s or 6s, roll them again.
Okay.
So you get to reroll that. If it's a 5 or 6, you pass.
Oh.
No, so 3 end up dying. Boop, boop. Learned that from Scary. It's actually pretty efficient. I like that. Now I attack with my Runic Sword on 2s. Reroll the 1. Hits. 4s to wound. Rerolling 1s. All the 3s aren't happy.
Ooh, those are happy for me.
So dancing saves.
Dancing. Oh.
So D3 damage on that. So it's 3. So you have to make 3 5-ups.
I believe in...
Oh, he wanted to. He wanted to so bad.
Man.
1 more gets cut down, and then I got the Hellblasters, who get to pile in. So you'll go to there, and you'll pile into there, getting in range to attack. So they all have an extra attack for charging. So it's going to be 3 attacks based on the Sergeant, plus 2 attacks based for the other guys, plus 3 more attacks because they're all charged. These hit on 2s, rerolling 1s, because they're Space Wolves. 4s to wound, rerolling any 1s. So reroll. 1 more wound. These are all dancing saves, but only 1 damage. 5 up, well, I guess, or armor saves, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, 5s and 5s. Ooh.
So 3 of them pass, and then 5 ups to ignore. 2 die. Alright, not bad.
I'm actually passing saves.
Yeah. Hey, the Catalyst is helping a little bit here, too. And my Intercessors get to go ahead and fight as well into this Crone. So they were charged, they all get an extra attack, so it's going to be 4, 7, 10 attacks. 10 attacks because of the Chainsword, 2s to hit, no rerolling, and it's going to be 5s to wound the toughness 6 Crone. We got 3. Yeah, no AP, just close combat weapon attacks. 2 damage! Huzzah! And then the Gene Stealers finally get to go last. Everything else is fine. So where are you splitting these attacks up then?
All right, so we got 2 into them. We're gonna do 3 into this guy, 2 into him, and then 5 into the Hellblasters.
Okay, so yeah. So again, 5, 3, 3, 2?
Yes.
That was right? Yeah. And then they're all using Rending Claws?
Yes, and everyone gets 4 attacks because I have 10 or more models in the unit.
Fair. Alright, it's 2, 2, then 3 into the Rune Priest, and then 5 into my remaining Hellblasters. So we'll do 20 attacks into the Hellblasters first. Here's my poor Hellblasters getting carved up. 3s to hit. That could have always been better.
Yeah.
4s to wound with the Rending Claws.
6s are -4.
So pretty much no save.
Yeah.
So unfortunately just 1 6 though. And 4 wounding hits.
Jeez.
That's not ideal. So that's 1 damage, and then these are, I think they have a base AP to them, right?
Rending Claws have a base AP of -1.
Okay, so 4 up save then. So that's gonna kill 1 model.
Hooray!
And then that models, they're all within 6 inches of the banner still, so on a 4 up it fights. It does.
Of course.
We'll say that this guy, he can't shoot though, he has to fight. So he's got 3 attacks because he was charged. Hitting on 3, 2s, rerolling the 1, and wounding on 4s. Just 1 wounding hit, so 5 up rerollable. Now you're fine.
Okay.
12 attacks into my Rune Priest now from 3 Gene Stealers on 3s. So 4s to wound, 6s are good. So we'll get naturally no 6s. Poor John, poor John.
This has just been the synopsis of my game.
Yeah, and 4 up saves, so I take 2 damage. He's got 3 left. Oh, that's not great. And then we have 8 attacks into my Gravis Captain.
Yep. 3s.
Hey, you got a miss. Only 1. That's not
Yay!
bad. 5s to wound because he is T5.
All right, and 6s are -4. All right, there we go.
So it's only -4s. So it goes right to my Iron Halo. I take 2 damage. I got 5 left because his wounds went up. And my Wolfguard Battle Leader, or Primaris Battle Leader. 3s to hit, and 4s to wound him. 6s are real good. He has no invulnerable save against that, so just this is 1 4-up save. He takes 2 damage.
Okay.
Now, before we go any further, I forgot that he is Saga of the Bears. For 2 things, I made 1 saving throw, so at the end of this phase, his Saga is unlocked. Units within 6 inches of him have a 6-up to ignore damage, and for the 2 wounds I did take, I still take 2. And now at the end of the fight phase, someone wants to fight again.
Yes, adrenaline surge time.
So technically my Saga is not unlocked until after this phase ends, so you still get to fight.
Okay.
So Adrenaline Surge, 3 command points, put you down to 1. We're just going to do the exact same attack again.
Yep, exact same attack.
It's going to be 5, 3, 2, 2. So we'll do 20 attacks on the Hellblasters. They don't really have to pile in, but they can. There you go. All Rending Claws. Here we go, Hellblasters. Do they die?
Okay.
Less 1s. You know what? Just overall better roll that time.
Yeah, that was a lot.
And 4s to wound. 6s do a rend. And we got some rends.
3.
So that right there is 3 wounding hits. These are 4-up saves. So they're more than they're dead. So technically they both happen at the same time, the Saga and you fighting again, but you as the active player dictate what happens first. So obviously you fight first before the Saga unlocks. So they're all dead, so that's 2 of them. And on 4-ups they fight. Neither of them fight. They go down without a fight. So you kill off the Hellblasters who, they're pretty pricey. They killed the Hive Tyrant and they really, really messed him up. So maybe they did a good job. I actually don't know. It would be impossible to protect them with these Slingshot Gene Stealers coming at me. Now into my Rune Priest. Primaris Rune Priest. 3s to hit. Nice roll. 4s to wound him. He's only got 3 wounds left. Oh, this could be scary.
Yeah.
4-up saves. He's got 1 wound remaining. Who I don't think... Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be re-rolling. And then 8 attacks into my Gravis Captain. My Wolf Lord. 3s to hit him.
Alright.
5s to wound. You got all 6s last time.
Alright.
They force 4-up saves anyways because the -1 puts me to my 4-up. So 1 more damage, but he ignores down to 6 because he still has that Warlord trait. So he is down to 4 wounds. And then 8 attacks into my Wolfguard Battle Leader. Primaris Wolfguard Battle Leader, blah, blah, blah. 3s to hit and 4s to wound him. 3 6s and he's dead. That's it.
Hey!
He's dead. He is within 6, so on a 4-up he fights. He does not. He goes down without a fight. No! My poor guy!
Oh,
Yikes. Well, I didn't expect to lose him, so I lost my rerolling 1s to wound across the board now. Oh, serves me right. And now my Saga triggers because I made a saving throw, and now all Space Wolf units within 6 inches have a 6-up to ignore damage. So coming into your turn, much better than your previous turn.
a lot better.
So you killed the Hellblasters. Actually, you killed 2 units. You killed my Hellblasters, and you killed my Primaris Battle Leader. So that means on my turn, I have to kill at least 3 of your units. And if I do so, I get a point. And you're still on 1 objective over there. Though they failed their charge, they still stood near their objective. I currently still have 2 objectives. So right now, I got that going for me. And that's good. That's ideal. But I have to deal with these guys and him, and of course another squad of 20 Gene Stealers is going to run at my face. It's kind of like just, they keep coming, you know, very Tyranid-like. Okay, first thing I'm doing, falling back with my Rune Priest.
You don't want any more hugs?
No more hugs for me, please. We're gonna fall back with my Wolf Lord over there. You know, we've done our duty. We held the line. So ideally, the whole plan was to hold the line and then obviously fall back and shoot with stuff. Now, I lost my one character, which I didn't want to do, but that's what I get for heroically intervening in with him. I wanted his extra 5 attacks I got. It wasn't really well worth it. Dreadnought is going to turn over. You know what? He's actually not going to move, because why would I bother suffering the -1 to hit? He's going to stay where he is. He's going to ideally charge the Crone, though, and give him the big hand. I am going to fall back these Primaris Intercessors, because I'm not too sure on if they can survive against this Crone, and I don't want to risk losing them. And obviously, for morale purposes, last turn, you were in Synapse, and I lost all my models, so I didn't have to take any. So no morale was needed to be taken last turn. These Intercessors are going to climb up a level, just because I want to make room for the aggressors to pop out right in front there. And they're still going to be within 3 inches of the objective, just because it's, you know, it's a little bit slightly less than 3 going up a level. The aggressors pop out, disembark and move a little bit, just getting further forward. I want my Marines to stay still so they can rapid fire at something down the table if they all die to, well, whatever is nearby them. I'm pretty sure the repulsor... See, I almost want to go park it there to block, but at the same time I'm going to block line of sight for the rest of my units to shoot at them over there. So I don't ideally want... That's not ideal either. In fact, I think I'm pretty much done moving. It's stuff like this I hate, where I just kind of stand still and shoot. I pass my movement phase, I shoot, I'm done my turn. Not very Space Wolvy, but like... It's, you know, gotta try the Primaris stuff, right? In fact, I'm gonna move this repulsor like so, just so I have better line of sight with, because I was blocking a couple of my Marines over here. It is Psychic Phase time. We are, so everything's pretty much within 6. I guess I'll put him over here, so he's within 6, and a little more guarantees within 6 of that repulsor. I'm gonna try. Oh, wait, I didn't even take the cover one. What am I doing? I'm going to Living Lightning. Bazam! We get Living Lightning off, even with the -1. So I rolled a 7 total. So you might as well try and stop it. I only have 2 powers. So you stop it with force. And I'm going to go for... I honestly want to just smite, but... -1 to hit for something within 24 inches. Yeah, you know what? We'll do Tempest Wrath, which I actually fail. Do I command point that? -1 to hit. Gene Stealers over there. Yeah, I'll command point that. So I got a total of 10, so you might as well try and stop it in my last power. Then you roll an 11?
Oh.
No. If you want to roll that into a 6. It's just -1 to hit. I'm probably going to put it on those Gene Stealers over there.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, so they're going to be -1 hit over there. Okay. Now we have the shooting phase. I'm going to go ahead with this repulsor here, who's hitting on 4s. He's going to fire all of the Frag Storm and Crack Storm into the Gene Stealers. I actually am within 18 of him, so I'm going to put the Crack Storms into him, and then the Frag Storms into the Gene Stealers, and all the rest of the weapons into the Swarm Lord. I know it's a little overkill. It might be overkill, it might not be. So here's the Stubber on 4s. We have 1 hit, 5 to wound, nothing. Ooh. Hitting on 4s because of the bracket. Rerolling 1s for my Wolf Lord being nearby. 5s to wound him with no rerolling. Only 3 wounds at -1, so he's got his 4 up in Vuln. Or armor. Oh, nice!
Oh!
6. He's kicking it. And I got 2 Crack Storms. 1 hit, wounding on, is he T6 or 7?
Let me check.
I got a 6 anyways.
Oh, yeah.
So it's -1, his D3 damage.
Oh.
So this could kill him in 1 shot. You have 1 command point remaining. Now, to be fair, I also have a lot of other guns. But it means I'm also shooting at him with those guns. We are going to CP it to force more shots into him later. Nice, he makes it. So that's your last command point, and he survives the Crack Storm. And then I have 5 D6 shots into the Gene Stealers. Hitting on 4s, though. Bam, bam, bam! So that's going to be 8, 14, 17, 19 shots. 4s to hit, because of the bracketing, but I get to reroll these 5 ones there. Boop, and a boop, and a boop. Oh my, talk about only 5s and 6s and 1 4.
Ugh.
2s, 2 4s. So 4s to wound, no re-rolling here. Ah, that's not, well, hey, it's some. The 6, 7 wounding hits, they have a 5 up re-rollable save because of Catalyst. So you make 3, and then 4 might go through, but they have another 5 up. 2 die.
Wow.
Yeah, Catalyst.
Alright.
Yeah, see, that's why you gotta stop Catalyst, right? Because that's 2 less Gene Stealers that'd be there right now. So that tank is done shooting. And you know what? These intercessors, there's only 3 of them. The sergeant's gonna auxiliary grenade launcher or crack grenade, and then 2 of them are gonna rapid fire into the Swarmlord. I'm within 15, so 4 bolt rifle shots, not re-rolling, and 5s to wound, nothing. And then 1 crack grenade. Oh, it misses. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fire all of the aggressors into the Gene Stealers here. So that's 5 aggressors, so it's 30 shots, that's strength 4, plus 5d6 shots. So if they don't move, they get to double that to being 60 shots plus 10d6. So we have 9, 10, 13 plus the 30, so 43 shots. 43 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling the very few amount of 1s I rolled, so 2, maybe? Yeah, just 2. Huh, 1 more hit. And wounding on 4s. No re-rolling because my poor, ambitious battle leader is dead. Not that there's a few ones. And 5 ups. Re-rollable too. And re-rollable because of Catalyst.
Hooray, Catalyst.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
That's
Alright.
maybe a little too many. But you know, it is what it is. I kill 5 guys as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would have been 12, but I killed 12 right there. The the Primaris Ancient is going to, if he is in range, he's going to rapid fire into the Swarmlord. He's not rapid fire range, so he will then instead shoot at them. Pew pew, both hit, or to wound. 1 wounding hit, and you got a 5 up invuln. Oh, you're good. Next up, we do the Redemptor. He's going to fire his heavy onslaught and his little onslaught into the Gene Stealers, and then his little Icarus rocket pod is going to go into the Crone because he gets +1 to hit it, I guess. So the pod's got D3 shots. Ooh, 3 shots. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling the 1. And these are strength 7, so 3s to wound. Not re-rolling. -1.
So 5s.
Oh, nice. 3s to hit because I didn't move into these Gene Stealers. Re-rolling the 1s for the Wolf Lord. And 3s to wound. But they have the dancing save. No re-rolling either. Oh, 1 more 2 there. 5 up, re-rollable saves. There's what, 5 remaining Gene Stealers.
Come on, guys, dance.
Die. No, die is what I want. So you make 4 of them. Now the reroll is huge. That's what it was clutch last time, so let's see if we can get it again.
Come on, guys.
That kills them off. Yep.
That's sad.
So they get gunned down. Boop, 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 boop. And then I guess I don't really have a whole lot of other shots. So they stood still. They're going to rapid fire into the Swarmlord with all their shots. The sergeant's going to shoot a crack grenade. So I'll shoot that first. Reroll for the Wolf Lord. Hey! We have another -1 4-up save. Watch all the bolt rifle shots just go into a corpse. Oh, you make it anyways. So that's going to be 18 shots then from the rest of them. 18 is the magic number of the day, folks. It's pretty much like all I've been rolling. These are the bolt rifles, re-rolling 1s. 1 miss. And wounding on 5s. With an AP. Oh, wow.
Ugh.
Oh, wow. These are all AP1 as well. So these are just 4-up armor saves. So you got to make a lot of those for him to live.
Come on, guys. No, he's dead.
No, he does. He takes 3 damage and goes down. So death throws, it doesn't really matter.
We'll roll just because.
He gets really angry.
Yeah.
Swings all around him.
He destroys that building in a rage.
Poor chunks of that building go down. But that is Warlord kill as the Swarmlord gets shot down. Now this Repulsor is going to fire everything into those Gene Stealers down the way there. Just because I think I've killed all the Synapse creatures.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess that will probably... I think Gene Stealers are leadership 10 though anyways. Okay, well these Primaris guys are doing way better than I ever thought they would. We're going to fire the Stubber into the Gene Stealers from him. He actually only hits on 4s. So 4s to wound. 1 wounding hit, they have a 5-up save. 1 dies, so 1 gets gunned down. 2 crack storms. We are within range of the Wolf Lord. 1 hit, 3 to wound, and it's just -1, but you have a 5-up. It kills 1. 1 more takes a crack storm down. And 5 d6 shots from the frag storm. Ooh, that wasn't great. So 7, 9, 14 shots. 4s to hit? Yeah, 4s to hit. Reroll that singular 1. Nope. 4s to wound. All right, there we go. 5-up saves. And I killed 5. Wow.
All right.
Yep, 5 5 Gene Stealers. You might want to leave that one there because it was near the objective, too.
It's not going to matter at this point.
You think they're going to get shot down?
Yeah.
I think all I have left is, well, the 18, the Magic 18. And hitting on 4s with the Heavy Onslaught and the Twin Heavy Bolter that are built into it. And I had 1/1 there. So it...
Are you hitting on 3s or 4s? Okay.
4s, yeah. And 3s to wound. I'll reroll these because they weren't part of that roll. And this many 5-up saves. Guns!
Alright, well...
4 more go down. That's not so bad. How many are left? Not a whole lot. Yeah, that's fair. There's only 4 left?
Yeah.
That will be it for shooting. We're going to go on to charging. This Redemptor is going to charge the Hive Crone in the back here. Hive Crone gets to Overwatch though. Dual Cannon, automatic hits, 2 of them. Wounding on 5s because it's rank 6. We got 1. 4-up save. We're good.
Okay, we're for Stinger Salvo.
Stingers! No. 6 to hit there, and then we need the weird Haywire.
Yeah, that's also Assault 4.
Hey, 2 hits, nice. So 4-ups do mortal wounds, and 5s to wound. Wow, okay. 1s across the board, John. 1s across the board.
Yeah, apparently I really enjoy rolling 1s.
So 8-inch charge is going to crash into right there. And I'm pretty sure that's my only charge. I could charge in with the Intercessors. There's a lot of attacks on them. Yeah, I might as well maybe try and finish it off. Intercessors will charge as well. No Overwatch. They go 8.
Yep.
That's where they end up. These 2 guys in the back won't be in range to attack. I'll go ahead with the Redemptor first because it might be enough to do it on its own. Redemptor has 5 attacks on the charge because of, well, the new...
Okay.
Oh, I think I am within 6 though. Yeah, he's right there. I am within 6. So re-rolling. They all hit there. He is strength. So 2s to wound with his fist. Those are at -3. So I don't think you get a save.
Can't even save it.
And that's going to be 12,
He's dead.
17, 18, 19, 20 damage with the... He just reaches up, grabs you by the leg, pulls you down, and starts beating the monster up.
Grabs his tail and
It's like
pulls a Hulk with Loki.
You just boom, 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 boom. Poor Crone flew a little too close to the ground, maybe. I guess I didn't need the Intercessors. Then we'll consolidate, being like, Xenos filth. That will bring us to the morale phase for these Gene Stealers, who lost 11 models. Are they Leadership 10? Leadership 9, they lost 11 models, D6 plus 2 run, so 4, exactly all of them run.
Yep, and we're going to call it there.
I think, yeah, because there's not a whole lot left. I'll give you that awkward left-handed handshake there, John.
Good game, sir.
Good game. I actually don't know what to say about that one, guys. For one, so I guess I got 3 things to say. We'll say 3. 1, I've never played with this kind of a Primaris list before. I'm not a fan of it, just because I hate quote-unquote Death Stars. So obviously Death Stars don't really exist in 8th edition. This is the closest thing you can get to a Death Star, where it's the Primaris one. You have the 10 Hellblasters near the Ancient, so they shoot again when they die. They're near a Captain to reroll once to hit. They're near a Lieutenant to reroll once to wound. So they're very efficient in that build. And it's just one unit that kind of walks all over the place. Now, the reason I deployed my everything else nearby them is because of the Gene Stealer Slingshot. Now, that was a cause of the build that John had, because it's very much, they come in a way, because you can only do 1 a turn, so the Gene Stealers come in, really do a lot of damage, but I got lucky with my characters and poor rolling on John's part as well.
Well, that first Overwatch too.
Oh, and that too. That was
crazy.
That was way over the top Overwatch. Like the Repulsor, way too many shots. Like I should have gotten maybe half the amount of hits on the Overwatch there, and then like way too many wounds, too many effective wounds, and too many failed saves. Like I don't think you made 1 save on that. Maybe 1 save.
Yeah.
On like the 9 you lost.
And you denying Catalyst turn 1 also neutered it real bad too.
Exactly. So Catalyst you absolutely have to stop. But I also deployed in a big bunch like that because of the Gene Stealer coming in, slamming me, and then shoot them all down. Then the next one comes in. It's like it can like kill them, move up a little bit, kill the next one, move up a little bit, kill the next one. Because I played against it a few times in the past, and that's what I found to be pretty effective, because because of the deployment as well, where it was like the little arc, I didn't have as much area to play with, so I couldn't like spread out my whole forces across an entire long table edge. So I figured bunching up, getting as much efficiency out of the characters as I could, plus putting the characters out front with the Armor of Rust. Now the Armor of Rust I took obviously because it's really effective against Gene Stealers, and you always take relics after you see your opponent's army. Generally. I mean, sometimes you don't have to, but most people always do. And I think you do that in a lot of tournaments as well. Or, that's not true. I've been to a couple where you do that. Regardless, you always take artifacts after you see your opponent's army, so I knew Armor of Rust was going to be the most effective here. And to be fair, I was going to take that anyways because the Wolfenstone wasn't going to be super effective for me. It would have helped these guys out, I suppose. And number 2, I wanted to talk about, well, I guess to finish off number 1 was I've never played with this kind of list before. I didn't know how effective it would have been as a shooting army. It turned out to be pretty effective.
I would say a lot effective.
Yeah. The Hellblaster showed up. How many points? I want to say the Hellblasters effectively killed...
Because they killed a flyer and they
really
basically took out the Swarm Lord.
Basically took him out, made it so it was just a few pot shots to take him out. Now I had to put a little more shooting into him than I wanted to. Now, how many points are those together? So that squad of Hellblasters are 330 points, and together with those two characters, now I didn't kill both of them, but I effectively killed the Swarm Lord. About 500 points, like shy of 500 by 20 points, so 480-ish between the two of them. That was very effective with them. And then the aggressors being able to hold them back until something was a threat, with them showing up. And they didn't do much. They killed, like, what, 6 Gene Stealers when they showed up? Yeah. It's just that fact, like, when they stand still, they get to shoot twice. Now, those guys under the Ultramarine rule are, like, way, way, way strong. The Ultramarine rule is if you don't fall back or don't advance, you count it no matter how far you move, you always count as standing still. So these guys get to move 5 inches a turn as Ultramarines and shoot twice. They can disembark from a vehicle and shoot twice. The vehicle can get them where they need to be, turn 2, disembark, shoot twice. That's ridiculous. That is very powerful for Ultramarines. Now the second thing I wanted to talk about is Space Wolf Primaris. I feel like the fact that I was Space Wolves did nothing for me, other than I feel like I killed maybe a couple extra guys in close combat because I got +1 to hit, because that's the Space Wolf rule.
Well, the Rust armor too.
The Rust armor helped. And the last thing was the one really good thing about Space Wolves with almost any Space Marine build is ignoring modifiers. The keen senses, that's really powerful.
Being able to
just say
neuter my chameleonic mutation.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Swarmy.
And I did let you know about that beforehand.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's still the best relic to take.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, because it's just one unit, the rest are still -1 to hit. But the Hellblasters are so powerful, and they walk up -1 to hit. I die on 1s and 2s, while I ignore modifiers. I think Hellblaster Space Wolves are very powerful. Not the most powerful, but they are quite powerful. The one thing that sucks about Space Wolves as well is I get no access to the new litanies for the Chaplain, so that's why I didn't bring one. The new Chaplain litanies are more effective than the Keen Senses because you just get them +1 to hit. Well, not more effective, they're differently good. You can give them the Hellblasters +1 hit, and they can never get hot, no matter what. The 1s turn into 2s before they check to see if they die. So what I'm trying to guess at here is it worth playing Space Wolf Primaris? Do you guys want to see more of this? I'm gonna guess no. I know a lot of Space Wolf players out there, myself included, and this was just a test. Like the old traditional Space Wolf, they like to see Blood Claws and Drop Pods. They love to see them in Rhinos. They love to see the Grey Hunters. With really cool loadouts on the Sergeants. I want to see Wolf Guard in my units. I love having a squad of Longfangs in Ruins with a Terminator kind of protecting them, because you can put your veterans in every one of your units for the most part, and it really makes them a little bit more powerful. And of course you have access to drop pods now. If you like Wolfen, you have more access to Wolfen if you're not playing all Primaris. Now granted, I could easily play a mix of the two. I could have like the good efficient Primaris stuff. Like I could have all the good characters, which just have extra wounds and well, stuff like that. Like he's not a bad character. The Ancient's a little bit better too, just because of the war gear as well. A little bit better on them. And then I could drop the Intercessors and have Grey Hunters instead, because I think Grey Hunters are cooler. Not better, I just think they're cooler. And I could have Wolfen, and I could still keep the really powerful Hellblasters. And then maybe that's like a better hybrid build. We all know that Redemptors are really, really bad, but this one, like in close combat, they're amazing. A Space Wolf Redemptor in close combat is great. He hits on 2s and wounds on 2s. Well, against most things. Not Knights. He wounds Knights on 3s. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I would definitely love some insight. Well, what do you think? Did this feel Space Wolfy? See,
there was
right,
just so much shooting.
That's what I'm thinking. This didn't feel Space Wolfy to me.
And there's like, I'm so used to seeing Wolfen and stuff in Space Wolves.
Exactly. Well, they're unique and they're cool. They get +1 to hit. They're super fast.
This just felt like a generic Space Marine army.
That's pretty much, that's literally what I've been saying like all day. I'm talking to Steve. Steve is such a big fan of like all Primaris Raven Guard. He's like, why don't you try all Primaris something? I'm like, because I'm going on about how much I don't really care about the Primaris that much. The models, awesome. Like, cool. That's the main reason I brought them. Amazing looking models. But with the Space Wolves, it feels like I'm playing, here's stock Space Marines, here's +1 to hit and like I don't feel like I'm playing Space Wolves.
Yeah,
Like
it's just normal Space Marines.
Like nothing about them is impetuous, nothing about them is really cunning. It's just they move forward, they shoot gun, and it's just it feels like a Space Marine parking lot. The list I just played right here, and the scenario is kind of tailored towards that, where all I had to do was hold at least the same amount of objectives as you and kill more than you, and that's ideally all I had to do, or at least kill you off of the objectives we were on too. I don't know, guys. I'm like I got the win, but it just felt like generic Marines.
You got the win, but it didn't feel good.
Right, like I could have literally played them without the Space Wolf rules. I would have lost the armor, which would have made a slightly bigger difference on turn 1. I probably would have taken a few more damage before killing them off, but I don't think it would have been enough to matter too much. Maybe he could have been dead, but then again, I wouldn't have put him up front at the same time because he wouldn't have that relic, and I wouldn't get the +1 to hit in close combat either. Nor would I have the keen senses. So the Hive Tyrant would maybe still be alive because I wouldn't supercharge into him. It's too risky to do. So yeah, maybe the Space Wolf thing did make a bigger difference than I'm giving it credit for. Maybe I should consider that Primaris Space Wolves aren't the worst. But here's my question. Yeah, I don't know. It probably is. Like, is all Primaris better than a mix? Probably not. I don't know. I'm just disappointed to see that Primaris are so much better than the normal Space Wolves because I had to struggle. I had to struggle so hard to win with normal Space Wolves. Now throw in all Primaris, and it's actually, I don't know. They really performed really well. There was bad dice rolling, of course.
Yeah, a lot of bad dice rolls.
But I mean, this game, it was like almost a tabling on turn 2.
Yeah.
So like, if you take out the bad dice rolls, I still think it would have been pretty tight. It would have been a pretty tight game. But I think the Primaris would have came out on top. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. That's pretty much all I've got to add. Do you have anything you want to add there, John?
Why did the dice hate me? That's really it.
Some people might say it's because you chose to use Lucas Cat dice.
Yeah, that's probably what they'll say.
But, to be fair, if you rolled poorly with your own dice, then I would get in trouble. And people say you should really let people use your dice because a lot of people out there think my dice are, there's something off about them. But, we both roll the same dice and they seem to have favored me.
Yeah.
Like,
the Exocrines seem pretty sweet, though.
They're good. I was actually very intimidated by them. Yeah. I assume you got that vibe early. I'm like, oh no. I even said, this is going to be rough. But that was also before I realized the repulsors are T8. And I'm like, okay, well that makes a big difference.
That did make a big difference.
But I knew the second I popped out of the repulsors, now these guys going 3 wounds each are a little more durable against the Exocrines, but I'm pretty sure you can give them +1 damage with shooting.
Yeah.
Because I remember dealing with Hive Tyrants, not Hive Tyrants, crap, what are they, Carnifex, and they have like a butt ton of shots on Carnifexes, and then you can use that stratagem and it makes them all 2 damage. I've dealt with that, that's terrifying. So these guys at 3 damage a shot is also really scary, especially, they're essentially Dark Angel plasma squads, because they, Dark Angels have weapons of the Dark Age, makes their plasmas 3 damage.
Yeah.
And it's strength, these are strength 7 as opposed to 8 though.
Yeah, neg 3.
Neg 3.
Also, like,
They are Primaris killers, but with the aggressors at 3 wounds each, they're a little more durable to it. But my Hellblasters, I knew my Hellblasters popping out, that was them dead. The whole goal was for them to come out and do as much damage as they could before they died.
And they did a very good job of it.
Yep.
A very good job of it.
There was no way to protect them because of the range on these guys. I'd have to be way back here, not rapid firing, not getting the most effect out of them. So I guess in that regard, it was kind of Space Wolfy. They went out and they got as much, they died a good death, right? They died a good death.
The honorable death.
Anyways, guys, that's it for my ramble. Please leave comments down below what you think about the all Primaris Space Wolf list. What do you want to see in these Space Wolf games? We have a huge collection here. Like I said, we probably have, I think it's about 5,000 points of Primaris Space Wolves. Pretty ridiculous, yep.
Wow.
And we have well over like 20,000 points of normal Space Wolves. So I have more than enough to draw from. What do you guys want to see in these Space Wolf games? Because I was having a lot of fun running the old 7th edition kind of build with assassins in it. And people were getting tired of the assassins, but I wasn't. So there's gonna be a lot more assassin games. But I figured I've been really eager to try out this Primaris Space Wolf stuff. But yeah, leave comments down below what you think, what you want to see. Do you never want to see this again? Because if so, I mean, I'd be okay with that. Beautiful models, but if you guys hate the Primarises, well, I don't hate them. But if you guys hate the Primaris, and I'm not a huge fan of them, I think they work really well mechanically, the synergy-wise. But I don't know. It just didn't feel really Space Wolfy. Anyways, I've taken up enough of your day. Please get on with your day, guys, or maybe watch another video, maybe watch the one in the vault right now if you want to. Greatly appreciate that. And as always, we'll see you guys next time, and happy wargaming. It's Vault game time, folks. More Space Wolves against Mark and his Grot Armored Company. Let's give you a look at that. It's going to be a 2,000 points open war game we've already deployed. If you're not a Vault member and you want to check this game out, click on that link down below and you can see the Grot Armored Company in action against non-Primaris Space Wolves. As always, guys, we'll see you next time and happy wargaming.